Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Today we are learning Order of Allah from Surah Najm, ayat number 29. So Allah wants in this ayat that we should break up the relationship from the person who is in love with the world and worldly things. So because that person is away from the remembrance of Allah. So if you are just to make friendship or relationship with that person will make you away from the remembrance of Allah, and that person will make you to love with this world and the things which are in this world. So this way the company of this person is not good. Allah ordered us that we should leave this person and make our life busy with remembrance of Allah. So we read this one, we will understand more better inshallah. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Fa'arid amman tawalla an zikrina walam yurid illa al-hayat ad-dunya. Fa'arid, so turn away, amman, from the person, tawalla, who turn away, an zikrina, from our zikr, from our remembrance. Walam yurid, and does not intend to it illal hayat ad-dunya, but moves or intends to the pleasure of this worldly life. فَأَعْرِضْ عَمَّنْ تَوَلَّى عَنْ ذِكْرِنَا وَلَمْ يُرِدْ إِلَّا الْحَيَاةَ الدُّنْيَا. So turn away from the person who turns away from our zikr, from our remembrance, and does not intend toward it, but intends to the pleasure of this world, worldly life. So Allah ordered us that we should turn away from the misguided person, the person who made his life, the basic aim of his life, just with this world and the worldly things. He or she is away from the remembrance of Allah, because the person is so much busy with this world or worldly things, has no time to pray 5 times a day, no time to recite Holy Quran, no time to refresh and refine his or her iman, no time to do the good deeds in order to please Allah and Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, no times to follow the commands of Allah under Quran or Sunnah in order to make him or her successful in this world and the world hereafter. So Allah said, leave that person away, and you have to leave the company of that person, relationship of that person, and you must be away from that person, because that person is in love with this world. And if you will try to make relationship with that person, company with that person, so that person will make you in love with this world, and you will be away from the remembrance of Allah, and you will not be in a position to follow the commands of Allah. This way Allah's order is for us that we have to break up the relation from this person who is in love with this world and the worldly things. This is very important because that person has the lust of his desires of this world, and he or she tries to fulfill them and don't take time to pray 5 times a day, pray just to make Allah happy, don't recite Holy Quran. So this type of person whose main aim and objective is this world, so you try to be away from that person. This is the command of Allah. So very important for us. You can see many people in this world, they have desires of this world. Many people, they have desires of wealth, money, business, and many other things. They are just busy in them. Even some people, they try to waste their time in games, in entertainment, in different type of business and different type of worldly activities. They spend so much time. When the time of prayer or salah is there, they don't look after it, no care of that. They don't care about that. They just be busy with the worldly things, and they don't make spare time to pray 5 times a day, to recite Holy Quran, and not to act upon the Holy Quran and Sunnah of Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. They don't want to refresh their iman and don't want to do the good deeds, and they are not to look after what Allah and Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam wants from a person. So this way Allah said, you try to remove the relationship from that person and who is completely, fully involved with the world and the worldly things. And so many people you have seen, they love the science and technology. Some people, they bow down before them, and they compare that one with the Holy Quran and Sunnah of Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam and with Islam, and they prefer the knowledge of science and technology with that, and they prefer that one. And those people, they are going away from Islam, and Allah don't want those people. So this way the real knowledge always comes from Allah, and Allah's knowledge is through Holy Quran and Sunnah of Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, and that is the knowledge which purify us, refine us, and make our life better in this world and the world hereafter. And if we are just to follow the commands of Allah in the guidance of Quran and Sunnah, so we have no problem in this life. We can get the necessities, requirements which are needed, and same we can get the goal, that is goal of success in the world hereafter. But if we are just to follow the person who is in love with this world, so we will be away from the love of Allah and love of Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, love of Islam. So then we will not be successful in this world and the world hereafter. So we try our best to make ourselves be busy in remembrance of Allah according to Sharia, and try to fulfill the requirement of compulsory act, essential act, sunnah act, and optional act, so that we should be successful in this world and the world hereafter. If you find any person who is in a relation with you, who is fully involved in the love of this world and worldly things, and leave the relationship, leave the company of that person, and make your company with those people who are in love with Allah and Holy Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam and with Islam, and they look after remembrance of Allah, and they are just to look this world and the world hereafter in order to please Allah, just for success in this world and the world hereafter. Allah gave us tawfiq. Ameen.